When the world's religious leaders came together to sign the joint declaration, some said it was overly ambitious, eradicating slavery by 2020. But Brooklyn abolitionist Lina Al-Husseini says it's one other thing: possible.
If every community and every government, every church, every mosque, every temple, everyone gets together and really sort of makes this a priority for us as human beings in this world, that we no longer accept this kind of slavery. Yes, it's doable.
Doable if all the faith leaders are committed. Al-Husseini acknowledges that slavery is foremost a huge illegal racket. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has called it the fastest growing criminal industry in the world, and fighting moneymakers is a challenge.
It can't be just the legal arm, right? It can't only be the police or law enforcement. It has to be us as a community. When we see a child who looks vulnerable, you have to go up and do something. And when all these religious leaders, and I understand the Pope did this, make a stand, it affects how people view this. It no longer becomes something I can ignore. It becomes your responsibility to act on it when you see it.
Many do not realize that the horrors of slavery happen right here in the United States. According to Al-Husseini's group, New York's New Abolitionists, every year 100,000 American children will be victims of commercial sex trafficking. And perhaps even more staggering, on any given night in New York State, 4,000 underage kids will be victims.
If one person is victimized, really essentially we're all victimized, because it can happen to me like it can happen to her. It can happen to my son like it can happen to somebody else's son. So it's really we're all being victimized. So we should all protect everybody's rights, because that means our rights are protected and our children's rights are protected. Definitely we should personalize it and care about it and never turn a blind eye to any kind of injustice or exploitation of others. So we really all have to work as a community together and basically just watch out for each other, just the basic human friendship of watching out for each other and making sure that everybody you see around you is okay and is safe. I think that's what anyone can do.
On behalf of each faith represented, Pope Francis called all forms of modern slavery a crime against humanity. Reporting for Currents, I'm Michelle Powers.